Hey everyone, Tech OG here, representing those who are 40 and up who love their tech. And this video is an extension video of my emulators that I use on my GPD WIN 2. When I made the first video, I showed you the emulators that I use and demonstrated most of the emulators. And there were a couple that I didn't show because they weren't configured. I didn't use them before. So this video is to show you the gameplay of those emulators that you didn't see in the first video. So without further ado, let me get started. Oh, by the way, I will be showing you game footage on the GPD WIN 2 as well as on my television set via the Microsoft wireless display adapter, because it's bigger and cooler. Just to also show you that you can just use this as a controller and play on your television set. That is so hype. So there's lots of different ways to play games with your GPD WIN 2. So let me get started. Okay, the first emulator in this extended video that I didn't show you before, I told you for PS1 games, I use this emulator called ePSXe. It's been out for a very long time, and because it's been out for a long time, it's basically going to work on any computer. And I like this one a lot because there's a cheat menu already embedded in the emulator, where if you play the game and then escape, press escape to go back to the desktop, to the emulator menu, you can go to the cheat menu and select codes for that particular game. And they work instantly, and you can turn them on or turn them off, of course, by pressing escape to get back to the home screen or desktop to enhance your gameplay. So I've been using this for a very long time, and it works great. Again, this is for PS1 games, and it's called ePSXe. What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. Enough talk. How about you? One of the coolest, best games for this system ever. Doodle. Okay, it's been a minute since I played. It's been a good minute. It's kind of weird to play in this. As you can see, it's running great on this system. Quite good. The next emulator that you didn't see in action that I use on here, this one is for the Sega Saturn. This one is spelled YABAUSE. I don't know how to pronounce it. Yabaus. Who cares how it's pronounced? It just works. So again, this is for the Sega Saturn, and one of my favorite games that I bought and played the heck out of is entitled Guardian Heroes. That's one of the coolest games. That game and Dragon Force were the two games I played the heck out of on this system. So you click on it, you open it up, and man, this just brings back a whole lot of memories right here. Like I said, it does work, because I did configure it finally, where I got the D-pad for directional control. And let's see, load stage 1. Let's see how this works. So as you can see, it all works. Looks just the same as it did on the Sega Genesis. Man, I am like ecstatic right now. I mean, I would play this, but right now I'm trying to beat Dragon Quest 11, so I can't go back in time right now and relive my early teen days. But just seeing that it's running at the same speed as the Genesis, this is incredible. I'm just so happy. Oops, go up and down planes like this. Yeah, oh my gosh, I'm happy. Now, if the character sprites and things look, well, if they look familiar, this was made by the company Treasure. So if you play Gunstar Heroes on the Sega Genesis, they made this game. This game is just hype. Time to go. So as you see, it works great once you configure it. It does have a cheats menu, and the cheats work great. There's a website for cheats. I might include that in the comment section. Might not. Who knows? So I'm just saying it all works. So that is the Sega Saturn emulator. Your mouse. Now this emulator here called Fusion. This is a multi-emulator for a bevy of Sega consoles. So you can emulate the Sega Master System, as you can see here, Game Gear, Sega Genesis, 32X, and Sega CD, all in one emulator. Now, why don't I use this specifically for all of those emulators? Well, there's a couple of reasons why, but I don't need to really get into it right now. But the cool thing is, it does have cheat capability. So as you can see right here, Game Genie and PAR, which stands for Pro Action Replay. Those were the cheat mechanisms for those game systems back in the day. So you can enter the cheats in for each game individually so that you can cheat. But like I said, just mainly use this for the Sega Master System and soon to be 32X. I never owned a 32X, but I will be getting ROMs for this so that I can play them. And like I said, I just right now just use it for the Sega Master System, so that just load up a game so that you can see how it plays. One of the coolest and weirdest games for this Master System. This is this Alex Kidd and Miracle World. I never beat it. It's just too weird for me. So one button's jump, one button's punch. Ring. Oh, that's money. Down here in the question mark box is the ring. Boom, boom. Fire ring. Still plays the same as plays the same. Pew, 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 pew. You know that sound if you played it before. But anyway, plays great. Of course it plays great because this was an 8-bit system. So it's going to play great on any computer. So again, this is a Fusion emulator that emulates a bevy of Sega consoles. Finding a good emulator for this particular console was pretty difficult because some worked, some didn't work, some expanded on the screen as far as stretching the window, some didn't work. This one right now for me is the best one for this particular system, and this is for the TurboGrafx or PC Engine if you got it in Japan. This emulator is entitled Magic Engine, and this has been out for a very long time as well, like the like Yabaus and other emulators that I use. So this has been out for a while, and because it's been out for a while, it definitely does work. And you just go to load ROM to load your ROM, and this does also have a cheat menu. And I just recently found a website that has cheats for pretty much every game on the TurboGrafx 16, including the CD games that was for this, or the PC CD or the PCE CD. I can't remember what it was called, but it works. It definitely works. I tried it out, and I can vouch that it works. So Blazing Lasers was one of the most popular games for the TurboGrafx. I've never owned the TurboGrafx, and so I'm happy that this emulator is out so that I can play the games that were made for this system. Let me see if I can escape. Yep, if you press escape, you can go to config. Actually, not config. Let me go back and go to, and you can also control it with your controller or mouse. Go to miscellaneous, I believe. Uh-oh, not that. So let me just use the mouse. Miscellaneous. There we go. Cheat. So you put into your cheat codes here. Like I said, I may include the website to get the cheats. May not, but they're easy to find. If I found them for the first time a couple of days ago, you can too. You enter the cheats there, and then yeah, you can press the right mouse button to get out of the menu and get back to the game. One hit, you're done. So this game is difficult. Cool. Like Shinobi. Give me that. Shields. Yeah, boy. Blazing lasers. All mine. Give me that. Missiles. Oh, come on. Speed up. So as you can see, it runs great. Now this was called TurboGrafx 16, but I don't know if this was 16-bit. I'm trying to remember. I think it was 8-bit. Because it looks 8-bit. I mean, it was running smooth for 8-bit, so maybe I think it was 8-bit. Give me these. So as you see, it runs fantastically on the GPD WIN 2. Again, that is called Magic Engine. I got 1.1. Look for it, download it, and enjoy yourself some nice retro games, especially if you've never owned this system before. And that is for TurboGrafx 16. For this next emulator, I had to lower the resolution so that it can run smoother and faster. This is the Cemu emulator, and this runs the Nintendo Wii U console games. This is one of the best. I guess the only, in my opinion, the only one that just runs fantastically, and this is my game of choice right now that I've been playing. Super Mario 3D World, and as you will see in a few, it runs on the GPD WIN 2. So for those of you who are not sure if it did or not, you can rest assured with this video as proof. Like I said, I had to lower the resolution, and the resolution I lowered it to is a custom resolution. And you can find videos on YouTube about custom resolutions for the GPD WIN 2 in order to run games a little bit faster. Because running it at the highest resolution, 1280 by 720, I think it is, it's low. You will not like it at all. Like I said, with a lot of sprites and graphics on the screen, it's definitely going to slow down a little bit. As you can see, it upper left-hand corner, it was running at between 30 and 40 frames per second. If things are stationary, yeah, it's going to be fast. But if there's lots of things on the screen, right now it's at 30, between 36, 38, and 40. But watch what happens when they get up here. Gets faster. Yeah, boy. So it's playable. It's definitely playable. Get out of here. Another bell. So everything works. Works great. Like I said, depending on where you are on the screen, it'll either be fast or slow. Oops, sorry about that. Pop goes the weasel. I got lucky there. So like I said, depending on where you are in the game, depending on what's on the screen, it'll be fast or slow. And of course you can customize configuration excuse me, to make it run a little bit faster. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just demonstrating that it works. So this is proof that it does work. This is the Cemu emulator that runs Nintendo Wii games. Watch this. Come here, big rabbit. Big mushroom. Come here. No, I said come here. This way. Oh, look at that. Runs fantastically. Oh, yeah. So again, Cemu emulator runs Nintendo Wii U games. One thing I'll say is, while this game, or while this emulator, excuse me, is really, really good, it's a little dark. So you probably want to turn up your brightness. That's how I turn on the boost. Cool. The control is fantastic. Control is really, really good. This is good. This is really good. Oops. So there you go. Now this emulator right here, this emulator took me for a surprise. This is the emulator for the, believe it or not, the PS3. That's right, there's an emulator for the PS3 called the RPSX. No, what is it called? RP, dang it, I gotta get the name of it. Give me a second. Let me move my mouse. The RPCS3. My apologies for not having it memorized. Who cares? RPCS3, this is the PlayStation 3 emulator, and Disgaea is one of my favorite series of games, RPG games, and right here is Disgaea, what is this, 4? Disgaea 4, right here, running on the GPD WIN 2. For anyone that had doubts that this runs, well, not all games run. But there's a compatibility list online that you can look up to see if your favorite game plays on the emulator. And if you want to get it to 60 frames per second and running pristine, then you have to get yourself a nice gaming computer or a gaming laptop. But just to know that it can run on the GPD WIN 2, this right here is just awesome. It's awesome for me. What's going on? It works. This is my, let's see, it's actually my second time testing this out. I had the emulator on a micro SD card, but now I got it on the internal storage. And so this is my first time running Disgaea 4 on the GPD WIN 2. So this is kind of cool that I can go through the cutscene, pressing the buttons. And I definitely know that one of my another favorite series of mine, Persona 5, definitely runs on the GPD WIN 2. You'll have to check out videos on YouTube to see it in action, but I can verify that it does work. Yeah, see the sardines. Valentine, whatever his name is. He's Fenric. It's a little slow, but who cares? It runs. Torres, that's his name. But this is proof that it runs on, and look it, GPD WIN. No tricks, no funny business. You know I don't do that. You know I tell you the real deal. You know I will tell you if it works, if it doesn't work, if it runs slow, if I recommend it. You know I will tell you, honest information, so that you don't have to go through the nonsense of downloading this to find out that it doesn't work. I'll do it for you. With games that I have. So right now, it's running a little slow, but it does run. And one way for you to really know if the game runs, bam. So when you do get your game, if there's a green bubble, that means it's playable. Orange bubble means in-game. That means as you're playing, it may crash in-game. So it's not fully playable. So like I said, just look up, through the compatibility list if your favorite game or games play on the PS3 emulator. Like I said, Persona 5 does, and Disgaea 4 does. So this was a test of the RPCS3 emulator that emulates the PS3 console. And the last the last emulator that I didn't show you in action in the first emulator video, this one is the Dolphin emulator, and this runs Nintendo Wii and Nintendo GameCube games. And this is so awesome. The games run at a fantastic speed. Frames per second is wonderful. You can run Vulkan on here or OpenGL, something like that. But it works, and if you configure it nicely, it'll run, as you see, in full speed. And where's my FPS? FPS is up top. You can see it says 60 because it's stationary. So let's see what happens when I choose characters and the track. It says 42, 52. What's that? 57. Everybody move. Look how beautiful that looks. The colors are great. This screen is fantastic. Baby Mario, get out of the way. Move. Move. Yeah. I'm Captain Drift. Yes, move out of the way, shall. Okay, shoot these behind. Get somebody. Captain Drift. So as you can see, this runs phenomenally on the GPD WIN 2. And when I figure out with the Microsoft Wireless Display Adapter, whoa, that was a good hit. To play this on my television set without it being in vertical mode, then I will show you how that works. But for right now, I'll just play it on here, and I'll be happy. So there you have it. That's the end of my video. I hope you like the footage that I've shown you. Show you proof of concept that these emulators work well on the GPD. Oh man, that star, I could use that. Work on the GPD WIN 2. So if you like the video, definitely leave a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, definitely do so that you can get real deal raw videos about stuff that I have, stuff that I wish I had, things like that. So definitely subscribe to my channel, tell your friends about my channel, and I hope to see you in my next video. Pie out.